I'm addictive and expensive. Byron Wilcott. And I'm watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFX-TV. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B Willie Boudreaux, coming at you with another Q&A session right here on WGS-TV. Let me introduce the panel here for this week's Q&A session. First off, from YouTube.com/Lance Moss TV, he is the incomparable Lance Moss, who I know is not taking a Well, let me get back to him on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome in from the hood over on iVlog, ladies and gentlemen, the Bay Area MVP known as Will. Will, how you doing?
I just want to know that noise was actually legit, and I hope that's not 911 on Lance's phone.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, here, wow. Let's just say somebody needs some Midol, if you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, Awesome Alfie is here. Alfie, how you doing?
I am doing great, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing just fine here as well. So welcome in our resident music mogul over on YouTube.com/Lance Moss TV, the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
Sorry about that. Had to take a call from my mom, but I'm doing good.
Well, guys and gals, we are here live right here for next week's Q&A session. So if you guys have a question you would like to ask us right here, right now, in the comment section is the time. Go ahead and send in your questions in the comment section below. Or if you're watching us here on the archive right now on WGS-TV, you can still send in your questions for next week's Q&A session right here on WGS-TV in the comment section below. We'll give you and your channel a shout out for doing just that. So let's go ahead and get started with the very first question here on this week's Q&A session, sent to us by the Facebook page on Facebook.com. We got Leo Gross. He's got a two-part question. He says, first off, what do y'all think about the streak coming to an end at WrestleMania 30? And if the streak did not end, who would you want to have seen end the streak? Interesting question, Will. What do you think?
Well, I probably said this one too many times, and I know some of our fans may agree or disagree with me, but I really think that it was a shock that Taker's streak ended to Brock Lesnar. And I already know what you guys are probably thinking, but me watching wrestling for over 20 some odd years myself, I just didn't like Lesnar taking the streak. I wanted someone who has meaning to take the streak. You know, someone that can make WrestleMania interesting to go out with a bang. And I'm, as we speak right now, why Brock? Why not someone that's been in a company that doesn't go in and out of the business? But, you know, that's just me saying, just disgusted over it. Probably won't get over it anytime soon. Who knows?
Well, Lance, let me ask you this. If it wasn't Lesnar who ended the streak, in your mind, just like Leo asked, who would you have liked to have seen end the streak of The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Well, they'd have to actually give him a bigger push than he's getting right now, because he just jobbed to Wade Barrett. But I like to see Dolph Ziggler, because I think he has a lot of potential.
Interesting.
Or he'd go unbroken.
Or go unbroken. Yeah, that's another possibility right there of the streak possibly going unbroken for The Undertaker. He could have retired it that way, but turns out as it was, guys and gals, the Undertaker streak was ended at WrestleMania 30 by Brock Lesnar. Leo, thank you very much for those questions. Next up, we have a A question from Michael Bradley Arvin, who was a little bit peeved that we didn't answer a question from him the last time, but we're going to answer it this time. His question is, do you think Stone Cold Steve Austin will return for one last title run like The Rock did? I can answer this one myself for you. Stone Cold Steve Austin is not physically able to come back like The Rock did. The Rock is in much better shape. If you're very unaware of the situation involved with the physical health of Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's his neck, guys. Michael, it's his neck. His neck is just shot up to the point where WWE medical personnel will not clear him to wrestle. So it's not a matter of him wanting to come back. In my personal opinion, Alfie, he can't physically come back after the neck issues that he's had.
I myself have found a recent passion for listening to the Stone Cold podcast, and he was asked on several occasions whether he would come back and do not only a title run, but a match or two, maybe against Punk or someone, because that was kind of big during the launch of 2K14. And he said he's happy to coming back, but he's not happy to coming back for a long-winded stay. He doesn't want to come back for long. He wants to come back maybe for one match and have it not too long. I don't think they'd clear him, but he would like to come back for just the one, but a while away. Like he has to have some serious build-up training before then. I personally would like to see it, but it's all up to him, really.
Will, let me ask you this question. If you would like to see Stone Cold come back and work against just one guy one more time in the WWE, who would it be and why? But let's go to Will for this one, Alfie.
Okay.
Go ahead and I can't think of it right now. You could pass it to Alfie or Lance.
All right. Well, let's go to Alfie. Alfie?
I know it's probably never going to happen for two reasons. One, he's no longer with the company, and it's a long shot Stone Cold to have another match. But I've always wanted to see Punk versus Austin. I've always wanted to see. As soon as Punk kind of got his initial push and won the title, I had always wanted to see Stone Cold versus Punk. Seeing as they are two of my favorites, I've always liked Punk and Austin, and I just wanted to see it. So he's one of the workers I'd like to, or Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to go with Lance. I am a Dolph Ziggler person as well. I do like Dolph.
Well, Michael, I hope we answered your question to your likings. Let's go up to our old friend Tony Rodriguez, an admin on the WGS-TV Facebook page at facebook.com/WGS-TV, and he says, how do they handle the whole streak thing now? Let Taker announce his retirement officially? A revenge for the Streak storyline, which limited with the limited Taker appearance, or does he just fade back until next year's Hall of Fame, where he is hopefully put in? Lance, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, one of two ways, because we all have been hearing a certain face-painted individual might be somewhat close to signing with the company. It's either he comes out and tries to announce his retirement, but then Sting comes out and says, "Not yet, not yet. I want my shot at a Mania match with you," or he just fades into the back into the Hall of Fame. Because to me, he's a for what he's done for the business, he deserves to go in the year after he retires.
Yeah,
or something close to it.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one, because he has definitely earned his spot in the Hall of Fame for what he has done throughout his career. Well, let me ask you this question. If Undertaker versus Sting really does happen at WrestleMania 31, do you think it kind of loses its luster just a little bit with the streak not being on the line?
No, it does not. Because you got two legendary icons that could possibly retire at the same time. Because Sting, like he said, just wants one more match, and he wanted it to be with Undertaker. He never mentioned anything about the streak. He didn't mention anything about anything special or anything put on the line. And for Sting and Taker to go at it next year, it's like a blaze of glory. Nothing special, just an old-fashioned wrestling match. That's it. And I think it's well worth watching because you got two icons from two different companies that will come together in one company. And like I said on HWR, this will be something really worth watching. And I don't care what the IWC got to say because they don't know what we know today. This is a well worth watch of a match between Sting and Taker.
Alfie, do you agree with that?
I agree with what he said,
Well,
but the magic just won't be there anymore. The whole magic of the streak, that's one of the main reasons people get hyped about WrestleMania, to be honest. Like, for the past 21, 22 years, that's why people got excited about it. That's one of the main things why I watched it. No, and the other matches on the card. But if they were to have this match, and I sure hope they do, they're really going to have to hype it up big time.
Yeah, and interject, Billy. I understand what you're saying, Alfie. Believe me, I respect your opinion, but this is not about magic, my friend. This is about two icons and a dream match that most of us would finally get to see. When I was growing up, I always wanted to see Sting and Taker go at it because the icon of WCW versus an icon of the WWE. And if we put a poll out on WGS-TV, you'd be surprised of how many votes we would get. Nothing has to be magical. It's just something that we as wrestling fans, writers, enthusiasts, anything we like, they would agree. Just let it sink in, bro.
Yeah, I really
amazed
want to see it. I really want to see the match.
I mean, it is the showcase of the Immortals.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
yeah,
why
but can it still have that? Can it still have that magic though, without the streak being on the line anymore?
It can. I really think it can.
Well. Speaking of that, we do have one last question involving the streak. And first off, thank you very much, Tony, for the question. The last question of this Q&A session comes to us from DS Version, and he says, "Do you think that the Taker would come in all white next time he makes an appearance to say one last match? If he wins, he retires undefeated. If he loses, he will rest in peace and go up to heaven." Needless to say, for one thing, he's not undefeated anymore. You know, he lost to Brock Lesnar, so he can't really make that bold proclamation. But I don't know, Lance. Undertaker appearing all in white, and it says if he loses, he will rest in peace and go up to heaven.
No. Who is he trying to? Who did he start looking like? Mordecai? I mean, he's the Lord of Darkness.
Yeah, pretty much right there. But anyway, guys and gals, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up here. Unfortunately, we've had no live questions being sent in to us, and that's quite all right. But if you guys want to go in and start sending in your questions for next week's Q&A session here on WGS-TV, you can do so right here on the comment section below, and we will give your channel a shout out for those of you who do send in a question here to WGS-TV. I'd like to thank the panel for joining me on this week's Q&A session, the Bay Area MVP known as Will, and Lance Moss from youtube.com/Lance Moss TV, and Awesome Alfie. So with that being said, I'm the WrestleGamer, Del Vivo Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching. Oh, P.S. to James, I hope there aren't many homeless people in New York City that come after you for hamburgers and a bus ticket.
He said it.
And I'm proud of it.
Sorry,